My favorite place in Stockholm. I mean, I grew up here, so whenever I've been away for a long time, I grew up in the intersection of Höbergsgatan and Götgatan, which I know that you know very well, but maybe not people that are not from here. But it's like in the middle of Södermalm, yeah, just coming back to that neighborhood. There's those particular streets that I grew up running up and down, doing, mischievous little, inner city boy things. Okay, so I remember when I was a kid in kindergarten, I would have been like 4 or 5 years old, and this is like and you were doing the yearbook thing, photo. And I don't know why this came to mind, because it wasn't like a favorite garment of mine, but it was like, I was like, okay, so today we're taking photos, so I'm gonna be stylish. It was like a gray sweater, and then there was a t-shirt on top of the sweater. And the t-shirt I had on top of it was a Hammarby, which is like the local football team here. And I remember feeling very cool. But the trend really didn't pick up from there, so not much of a trend setter at 5 years old, that's for sure. My dad loves to cook food, so we never got like the basic Swedish dishes. Like it was always like these like experimental, like, oh, whatever, like big French stews and stuff that I've been cooking for hours, which is great. But when you get used to it, like you're like, I want the things that my friends have for dinner. And one is macaroni and sausage. It's called falukorv. Yes, it's macaroni and falukorv and just ketchup. And it's also a thing, like that sausage itself is the thing that like, that I look forward to sometimes when I'm away. So if I haven't been away for a very long time, and it literally, you make this meal in 10 minutes. Sort of our version of mac and cheese, really. Very, very classy stuff. When I was a kid, I would perform. I would go in to my room, I would get dressed, and then I would come out as a different character. So, like, my family would have to call me by my character name, and I got really upset if they didn't call me by my character name. And there were two characters. One was Max, the tiger hunter or dinosaur hunter, depending on the day, and he had a cowboy vest on, and that was only Max. And the other one was Stefan, and he had a cowboy dress on, like a dress that my little sister got from someone that Dad worked with. It had like cowboy horses on it, and it was too big for her. She's a year and a half younger than me, and naturally that dress fitted the bigger brother because it was too big for her, and that became Stefan. And I don't know sure if the exact performances or not, but they were like, I was very committed to be only called with my character name, and they would have to, ask follow-up questions like, oh, where have you been? I haven't seen you in a while, I was always like 2 years older than I actually was. To say that I was 3, I was like, how old are you? And I'm like, 5. I'm 5 and stuff like that. So I guess maybe it's always been in me. Some characters are kind of dressed very close to what I normally, wear, which is really boring, fucking plain Swedish clothes, like Swedish design, like basically what I look like right now. But I wouldn't call that best dressed. I mean, I've done quite a lot of period things, which I think is fun. For the show Clark, I definitely had the most outrageous wardrobe. I don't know how many outfits I have in it, but it's like close to 100. I'm not kidding you. I mean, I think we probably had 20, 25, 30 looks per episode sometimes. So there was a lot of fittings going into it. And we're also going, from the 60s all the way to the 80s. So in terms of like the most fun, I would probably say Clark. I don't like wearing clothes that my character has worn. Like it feels weird to me. The character's clothes they're the character's clothes, so it feels like I'm wearing that person's outfit somehow. My daughter was basically born when we shot the first It movie, or the second It movie, and the costume department made her a mini Pennywise suit that from the same actual material as the real suit in the movie, that we forced her in for Halloween. She did not like it. But I will always, like, I think that one is really cool because it's like, it's literally the same fabric as the original one, but made for a 1-year-old.